a 40-pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training. This is amazing, a 40-pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training.
What's up, fight fans? This is Counterpunch with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Teofimo Lopez. He calls Wilder, he says this, he says, you're a grown-ass man, stop being a bitch. Wow. Oof. Okay. Ouch. This is what the IBF, the WBA, and the WBO, and the WBC franchise titleist Lopez is siding with top-ranked stablemate Fury following Wilder's latest claims that the British boxer's gloves were loaded following Fury's 7th round TKO in February. And this is what Teofimo had to say. He said, I think Wilder has too much time on his hands. He needs to focus on his own damn self, go back to the gym, get ready for a fight, Lopez Jr. told AK and Barack. Okay. He said, stop talking about a dent in your head. You're a grown-ass man. Stop being a bitch. Ooh. That is it. Wow. How do I counterpunch this? I agree with Teofimo Lopez to a great degree. I'm not going to call the man a bitch. But this ain't the first time, people, at all, that some unified champion has called him a bitch. Remember, Anthony Joshua already said that. Now this is 2 times. Now it's becoming a trend, and it's not something that, you know, it's instigated. It's when people start saying the same things. Anthony Joshua said it, you know, people where I come, it starts with a B and it ends with an H. Teofimo Lopez is outspoken as hell. He doesn't care what people think, so he's going to just say it. He ain't going to spell it. He's going to say it. But they're both saying the same things. They're saying Deontay Wilder's acting like a bitch. And this is what I'll say. I feel that a lot of things that Wilder has done recently, I don't know what he had on his, what type of time he had, but I've heard he's already had his surgery. Okay. Now we've heard conflicting things about that, but I agree. Teofimo Lopez is right. Wilder needs to focus on his own damn self. Go back to the gym. Get ready for a fight. Okay? Whatever fight that is. I'm pretty sure Al Heyman hasn't just dropped him. He doesn't work that way. But I think that Wilder, all this time, and this proves that he's been sitting back, listening to what people say. And the things that people are saying, he's been tolerating them because he believes in them. So that's been on your mind this whole time. So you can't tell me you just been focused on fighting. You just been letting shit build and letting shit spread. And you let the rumors spread until the rumors ended up to be true because you validate the rumors on what you believe happened that night, February 22nd. Okay, now, I understand also that Teofimo Lopez is a top-ranked fighter, an ESPN fighter. You know, immediately after his victory, Tyson Fury was the first one to call him. So, you know, you have that kind of camaraderie of networks, and you know this is a war network. So to be fair, Teofimo Lopez is a guy that's with ESPN. Deontay Wilder is with Showtime or PBC Fox, okay, Premier Boxing Champions. So it would be, you could look at this and say, hey, you know what? Teofimo Lopez is only saying that because he's just an ESPN fighter. But is that really all? I mean, is that really all he's saying? Is there any truth in what he said about Wilder? Think about it. If Wilder was focusing on going back to the gym, I think he would have been more inclined to get his team ready for a fight with Fury. I don't know how the hell he let quiet all this time and then didn't know what was going on. Look, stop talking about a dent in your head. Obviously, if there was a dent or a fracture, he couldn't fight. We know that. Like, that type of shit speaks for itself. Come on, we're not stupid. If he had something like that to that degree, he would not be fighting at all. He would not be fit to fighting. And look, let alone spar. Okay? You couldn't spar in the ring with a person if you had a dent in your head. You know what I'm saying? And when did it heal? Did it fracture? Did it crack? What happened? Oh, I had a fracture with that. Okay, well, how long? Let's ask, because it was more on his jaw side. So this was his jaw, and it was this area, okay, or this area. It was this area of his face, okay, like this part of his face, because it was described to me as so, okay. How long does it take your jaw to heal after being broken? Once an uncomplicated jaw fracture is threatened, healing usually takes 1 to 2 months. Okay. It says treatment for a fractured jaw depends on how badly the bone is broken. If you have a minor fracture, it can heal on its own. You may only need pain medicine. You will probably have to eat soft foods or stay on a liquid diet for a while. Now, let me tell you guys something from personal experience. I was in a street fight back in 2005, a bad street fight, right? A bar fight on the second level of a club. And I got my jaw broken. It was broken on the left side, right here, this jaw. It was this thin piece, it's this little thin bone right here. It was broken, okay? I didn't need surgery for it. So I can validate that he doesn't need surgery for it, so it wasn't broke. But calling it a dent versus a break, I would never say something's a fucking dent. You understand? So I don't know what that really means. But it takes 1 to 2 months or whatnot. But whatever I was hit with, I don't know what I was hit with. It might have been a punch. But of course, these were supposed to be gloves. And back to Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is saying, yo, stop complaining about the shit. Stop complaining about it. Stop being a bitch. And it's on some soft shit, though, honestly. If you really think about what Teofimo Lopez is saying, like, he's saying, get on with your career. Okay? Just get on with your career. Stop worrying about this particular issue. If you have an issue with Tyson Fury, fine, take him to court. But don't let Tyson Fury dictate the rest of your career. And that's what it's seeming like to me with Wilder. Honestly, if you look at Wilder, he's ever since 2018, when shit didn't go the way he thought it was going to go back in 2018 of December, he's been chasing Tyson Fury ever since, or been using him as a smokescreen to avoid other fights. And we know who that is. He didn't want to fight Joshua for undisputed until Joshua lost. Then it was such a primary thing. But I thought you wanted Tyson Fury. You were going to give up that fight with Tyson Fury when you found out Andy Ruiz won. You guys remember this shit. I guess you forgot. Let me refresh your memory. He was talking about getting out of the fight that he already signed a contract with. As soon as he thought in his mind, I could be undisputed champion now without fighting Joshua. I can fight Andy Ruiz instead. A stablemate of mine. We can dictate the terms. We can dictate everything. Oh, you know what? I want to get out of that. And what did Tyson Fury tell him? You're not getting out of the contract. You signed the contract, you're not getting out of anything, then this is what's going to happen. And what happened, he fought February 22nd and he lost. But it really didn't matter anyway, because Andy Ruiz lost the titles back to Anthony Joshua in December of 2019. Okay, so what Teofimo Lopez is saying, like, look, stop being a bitch, stop making excuses, stop looking for excuses, because I think that's more so not in making them, looking for them. He's looking for excuses. Those channels that roll with him like that are making them up. So it's different from looking at them or looking for excuses than making them up. Okay, so he's looking for something that makes sense, that fits what happened February 22nd, except getting his ass back into the ring and training. Now, I don't know how much he's been training. I've heard he's been training. But at this point, why are we worried more about him being a thief and this, that, and the other? Worry about getting the fight with him. Why hasn't Wilder put his energy into trying to get a fight with Fury in the UK? If he wanted to fucking fight so bad and he's ready to fight and he's in superhuman shape, if he's in superhuman shape, get Shelly's ass up to do the fucking job. Him and JD's, get him out of the bar or wherever the fuck he's hanging out at and make him a fight with Tyson Fury that he deserves. That's what they need to do. Counterpunch. Okay? So what Teofimo Lopez is saying is right, because if he keeps fixating his whole career on the rest of his career on Tyson Fury, this is going to be the end all for him. And then guys like Teofimo Lopez has every right to say what he said, because that's what it's seeming like. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Teofimo Lopez's statement about Deontay Wilder. Is he being a bitch? Let me know. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunching. Peace.